Hi everyone, it's Bhutani from PhoneArena.com bringing you a quick comparison between the Lenovo P1 and the P1m. Now the P1 is a flagship of sorts, a slightly higher end companion to the P1m. The P1 has a 5.5-inch display, it's a full HD panel, while the P1m opts for a smaller 5-inch 720p screen. Both the displays are bright and vibrant, though they are very glossy, which might prove to be a bit of a hindrance in sunlit conditions. The phone does have a Gorilla Glass layer on top. Up top, you'll notice 5 megapixel cameras on both the devices. You'll notice that the P1m has 3 capacitive buttons at the bottom which correspond to back, multitasking and the home key. The P1 on the other hand has a central hardware home key while it's got 2 capacitive buttons on the side. This home key also acts as a fingerprint scanner, and that's a very nice addition to have on this phone. Let's move over to the right side. You'll notice that both the phones have a metal trim running around it. There's the volume rocker and the power button. Heading over to the back is where things change a bit. The P1m has a plastic back while the P1 opts for a metal finish. It's also got NFC. A 13 megapixel camera is there on the P1 while the P1m has an 8 megapixel camera. It also drops the dual LED flash from the P1 for a single LED flash. Now let's move over to the left side of the phone, and you'll see that both of these phones come with a very interesting hardware key. Now, unlike the iPhone, which uses a toggle switch to put it in silent mode, this key will put your phone in a power saving mode where it will cut off all other data connectivity, and the phone will basically accept your phone calls, SMS messages and alarm, and it will just work like a basic smartphone without any connectivity at all. Internally, the P1 is powered by a Snapdragon processor paired with 2 GB of RAM, while the P1m has a MediaTek processor paired with 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of storage on the P1m and 32 GB on the P1. The P1 has about 24 GB available on first boot, which is about par for the course. 10 GB is being used by the operating system. And talking about the operating system, it is running on Android 5.1 with a very heavy custom layer on top. The P1m on the other hand has about 9.76 GB out of the 16 GB available, once again on Android 5.1, and it has the same interface layer, which is smooth for the most part at the moment, but that's a verdict we can give only after we've tested out the device. Now there's one key feature which is worth talking about. You'll notice that these phones are very slim, but despite that, the P1 packs in a 5000 mAh battery while the P1m has a 3900 mAh battery. The P1m at the very least can charge another device using its USB on the go port. We're not quite sure if the P1 can do that because that's not something that Lenovo is ready to talk about at the moment, but we'll test that out once we have the device in for review. So that was a quick hands-on with the Lenovo P1 and the P1m. The P1 is priced at 15,999 while the P1m is priced at 7,999, and at these price points they offer a very compelling feature set. We're not quite sold on the operating system yet, the kind of software enhancements they've made, but at the very least the hardware seems very solid, and for somebody who needs all-day connectivity, all-day usage from their phones, these devices should prove to be formidable options. This was Bhutani and Hitesh from PhoneArena.com, getting you a quick hands-on of the two new Lenovo devices and a comparison between them. If you have any questions, please do let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching.